Hey everyone, it's Vinny, and for opening weekend of Keeneland, I got some of my best bets for Saturday and Sunday's cards, so let's get into it. First off, my full card of selections for top four of each race on Saturday can be found in the Racing Dudes Coolmore Turf Mile Betting Bible. In the consensus section, my top four for each race in order are there. Just another way you can get my selections for these big days. For my best bets, I'm going to jump all the way to the back half of this card, and we're going to go to race 8, which is the Grade 1 First Lady presented by UK Healthcare. It is 1 mile on the turf for fillies and mares 3 and up. And I'm just going to play this Diana exacta back with the number 2 White Beam and the number 3 in Italian. I think White Beam should get a similar setup that she did in Diana today. And with In Italian cutting back to the 1 mile distance, I think she is going to be tough again on the front end. 3-1 on White Beam seems almost a little too good to be true. I feel like she's going to get bet down a little bit off that line. But if she does stay 3-1, I will be playing her. I'll be playing her to win. I think she's just going really good right now. We know what In Italian is, but I think White Beam is just getting to the point where she is going to be a very good turf horse for the next couple of years here. For a long shot in this race, I do think the number 7 New Year's Eve is interesting as well. 15-1 on the morning line. I do think the 1 mile distance is a little too short for her, but if you're looking for a price to key underneath in exactas and trifectas, I do think the number 7 New Year's Eve fits perfectly here. I don't think she's as good as White Beam or In Italian, but I don't see any reason why she can't get third or even steal second at a big price. Moving on to race number 9, which is the Grade 1 Claiborne Futurity for 2-year-olds. And this is a little chalky, but I'm going with the number 9 Locked here as a single. His last effort at Saratoga was just crazy good. I think this one is going to end up being very good. If he wins here, has a good chance of being your Breeders' Cup juvenile favorite next month. That effort, though, was just crazy. I believe he got like a 96 Spire, which is absurd for a 2-year-old at this time of year. If he improves off that effort, which I think he will, he's just going to be very tough to beat here. I'm not huge on any of the others in here. I know Brad Cox has a couple that some people are high on. If Locked runs back to that race or improves off of it, the rest are running for second, in my opinion. Jose keeps them out. Unfortunately, he is 7-5 on the morning line, so not a great price. Hopefully, with the Brad Cox horses in there and a couple of the others, we stay around that 7-5 morning line and doesn't end up getting bet down to like 4-5. Either way, Locked is my single from the outside post. Should stay out of trouble, and if he has that turn of foot he had at Saratoga here at Keeneland, this race is run for second. Moving on to race number 10, we got a little pick 3 here if anybody decides to play it. And race 10 is the Grade 1 Coolmore Turf Mile. And I am taking a shot here with the number 4 set piece at the 5-1 morning line price as my top pick. I know Up to the Mark is back and is 5-2 on the morning line. There's no way, in my opinion, that sticks. Charlie Appleby also sends the number 1 Master of the Seas, who's 2-1 on the morning line. Probably going to get bet down. I also think those two are more of prepping for the Breeders' Cup next month, especially Up to the Mark, who missed the entire summer due to like a little injury. So he missed the entire summer. This is his first race back, while Set Piece has been running very well this year. Is coming off that Arlington Million win last time out. And this horse just fires every time. He's not always good enough, but he fires every time. Charlie Appleby does not have William Buick on Master of the Seas. So I'm not, for that reason, I'm not using Master of the Seas on top. 5-1, probably going to get every bit of that 5-1 with those other two in here. I'm going to play Set Piece to win, and I'm going to key him on top and hope that I'm right here, that Set Piece is just going very good right now, while the others are just are only at like 75, 80%. up until next month. So set piece is my top play in the grade 1 Coolmore Turf Mile. On the Sunday's card, also going to the back half of this card as well. Race number 8 on Sunday is the Indian Summer Stakes presented by Keeneland Selects. And the number 2 Admissed Wave for George Weaver is one of the handful of fillies here taking on the boys. And when George Weaver does this, it usually means they're pretty good. She's 3 for 4 lifetime. She's 3-1 on the morning line, which is the morning line favorite. But I'm willing to take a favorite at 3-1. 3-1 is not a bad price in my opinion. Johnny V gets them out. I'm singling this horse in everything I play on Sunday. I just think she's the goods. I'm not sure if we get that 3-1. I think she might get bet down a little bit. Either way, though, I don't think George Weaver throws her in against the boys if he really doesn't think she's ready to roll. So that is the number 2 Admissed Waves in race number 8. Race number 9 is the grade 1 Juddmonte Spinster, and it's just a personal ensign rematch, in my opinion, with the number 2 Idiomatic and the number 3 Nest. Not a ton of value here if you're just going to use those two, unfortunately. I do think Nest has a nice bounce back effort today on a dry track. I do think the wet track last time out at Saratoga really helped Idiomatic, and Nest just did not seem to care for it that day. And the track was a little more speed favoring, which definitely favored Idiomatic last time out. The track is playing a little more fair here. I do think we see Nest return the form. Idiomatic, I do think, still runs tough either way. I would be shocked if one of these two is not in the winner's circle by the end of this. Again, not a ton of value here, but I'm going to go with number 3. I'm going to go with number 3 Nest over number 2 Idiomatic and a cold exacta. Race number 10 is the grade 2 Castle and Key Bourbon Stakes, and Todd Pletcher has a few entered in here, including the morning line favorite number 5 Noted, but I like the number 10 Nomos with Saya's riding. He's 15-1 on the morning line. He ran 4th in the grade 3 with anticipation last time out. The effort going back and watching the replay really wasn't that bad. Yes, he finished 4th, but it wasn't bad, and he definitely showed that he improved from his maiden breaking score. So 15-1 on the morning line, I think, is a little much for this one. So I'm hoping he doesn't get bet down too far, but I do think he's got a very good shot here of springing an upset, especially if he improves. The other one here who I think can pull an upset if they improve is the number 3 Depiction for Sherry DeVoe. 10-1 on the morning line, ran very, very well last time out. If this one improves, this is another one that could easily spring the upset here. I'm going to key those two in exactas. If they both stay above 10-1, I will probably play a win bet on both of them. Not huge win bets, but just $10 on both of them to win, just in case. I do think they both fit very well in here. I'm hoping they both go off at these double-digit odds. I have a sneaky feeling that neither of them will. But that is the number 10 Nomos and the number 3 Depiction in race number 10 on Sunday. Both days, races 8, 9, and 10. You can play a little pick 3 with my selections. Both places have potentials for singles. Not that expensive of pick 3 tickets if you play them. Hopefully, the pick 3s would return around like 8 or 10-1 based on the runners I've selected here. So, best of luck if you are playing Keeneland on opening weekend, and I will see you next time.
RacingDudes.com is your home for the best free picks for every race, every track. It's Breeders' Cup season, and we've got wall-to-wall coverage of the World Championships. Subscribe to YouTube.com/RacingDudes right now. Click the notification bell. You never want to miss a single video. Want to make money betting horses? Bet with the Racing Dudes.